Hello, Mum.
Oh, there you are. You took your time.
Well, I came as fast as I could.
I called you yesterday.
No, you didn't. You called me about 20 minutes ago.
Well, it seems like a very long time. Look at this.
What about it?
Where did this come from?
Well, that's one of your ornaments.
I've never seen it before.
Of course you have. You've had that ever since I can remember.
Well, what is it? What's it for?
Well, it's a china cat.
I found it on the mantelpiece. Someone must have put it there.
It's always been there. It's been there all the time.
None of those ornaments on the mantelpiece belong to me. Those are somebody else's ornaments.
No, they're not. I gave you that paperweight myself.
Well, I don't remember. That front window's all different. It never used to be that wide. And that house across the road is slightly to the right of where it used to be. Somebody's been moving everything around.
Who'd move a house? And who'd break in here just to give you extra ornaments?
You don't know what people might do. Just because you're a doctor, you think you know everything. You've got no idea what really goes on. I woke up in the middle of the night last night, and there was a yellow man moving everything around.
Are you sure?
He came from outer space, and he was writing all over the walls. And when I got up to go to the toilet, he changed all the doors, and I ended up in the spare room.
Are you sure you weren't just having a bad dream?
Of course I'm sure, Robert. I saw him. Anyway, it's not just me. Other people have seen him as well. Mrs. Hattersley said she'd seen him.
Well, she's never mentioned anything about it to me.
Oh, she's been to see you, has she? You've been talking about me behind my back, have you? I suppose you go round telling everybody there's something wrong with me.
Not at all, but she came to see me because she was concerned about you.
Well, if she thought there was something wrong with me, then actually she was right, because I've got bowel cancer.
What? What on earth makes you think you've got bowel cancer?
I looked up the symptoms in a book.
What book?
The dictionary.
You can't look up the symptoms of bowel cancer in a dictionary.
It's a very good dictionary. It was your father's dictionary.
What, that Reader's Digest one?
There's nothing wrong with the Reader's Digest, Robert. They have some very good articles. Anyway, look at this.
What is it?
Well, take the lid off and have a look.
Do I have to?
Yes, come along, Robert. What's the matter with you? You're a doctor, aren't you? I bet you've never seen one like that before, have you?
Well,
Well, have you or haven't you?
to be honest, I don't spend an awful lot of time looking at,
I thought you doctors were supposed to know all about these things.
not really.
Well, you can take it from me. That's a very unusual one. I think you'll find I've definitely got bowel cancer.
Well, have you got any other symptoms?
I don't need any other symptoms, Robert. That should be perfectly sufficient for anybody who knows anything about it.
Mum, I think we might need to get some carers in here.
Carers? What are you talking about?
I'm not convinced that you're entirely safe on your own.
I don't want other people coming in here.
Well, according to what you've just told me, you've already got a yellow man coming in.
Don't try to be funny, Robert. You're not funny. And I'm surprised by how fat you are.
Eh?
Yes. The minute you came in here, I said, my goodness, he's really let himself go. He's developed an enormous paunch.
As a matter of fact, I've
A
lost.
terrible fat-looking old man, I said. He's always been overweight, I said, but now he's obese.
I think it's time I was going.
What an enormous, roly-poly old porker. What a revoltingly flabby individual.
Goodbye, Mum.
Robert, wait a minute.
What?
Aren't you going to give me a kiss?
All right, then.
And don't forget my sample.
She's obviously quite badly confused, and I'm not at all sure that she's safe to be left on her own. But as soon as I suggested getting carers in there, she turned very difficult.
You never want to get involved in the care of your own relatives. That's rule number one, that is.
How do you mean she turned difficult? Well, she got quite stroppy and rude. How do you mean, rude? She said I got a paunch. Oh, well, so you have, Fairy. Oh, come on, Gladys. Your tummy's much bigger than mine. That's not a paunch. That's good solid fat, that is. There's no such distinction. Of course there is.
Never go visit your own relatives.
Well, I can't not go and visit my own mother.
Why not? I'll never go and visit mine.
Grabber's quite right, Fairy. Getting involved in the care of one's own relatives is an ethical minefield. Fiona wanted me to go visit the father-in-law a year or two ago, but I wouldn't hear of it. Unprofessional, I said.
Yeah, that's right.
Besides which, he was a horrible man. We went round there one Christmas, and he had a Christmas cake and a bottle of port on the sideboard, and all he offered me was a cup of tea.
Yeah, well, my mum promised to get me a car when I was 18, but she never did.
I thought she paid to set you up in practice.
Yeah, but that was separate. She promised me a car when I was 18, and I never got one.
So how did things work out with your father-in-law? Well, he died shortly afterwards, but the principle was certainly correct. Well then, Grabber, it looks like it's over to you.
You what?
Well, you're my mum's GP.
Am I?
Yes, you are.
I've never even seen her, have I?
No, you haven't.
Oh, yeah, well, I can't get involved now, can I? I mean, you've been round there.
Well, of course I've been round there. She rang me up and asked me.
Yeah, well, you've taken control of her care now, haven't you? I can't get involved now. That's rule number 2, that is.
Quite right, Grabber. If another clinician gets involved, leave them to it. Don't interfere. Oh, bloody hell.
But you, on the other hand, can go and visit my mum.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Yeah, well, she keeps going into hospital, don't she? My sisters keep calling the ambulance.
Huh. That's typical of daughters in my experience. Hysterical. Always overreacting. Sons are much more phlegmatic. Well, perhaps she actually needs the ambulance.
No, the hospital just sent her straight back home. It's a complete waste of time.
Well, how does your mother feel about it?
Oh, she's not bothered. It's all down to my sisters. Have you met my sisters?
I don't think so.
Pongo and Krups, they're called.
Pongo and Krups?
Yeah. They're terrified she's going to die while they're in charge of her.
Ha! Typical daughters. No backbone.
Really, they'd like her in a nursing home.
Well, perhaps that's the answer.
Yeah, but she'd have to sell the house to pay for it, wouldn't she? There'd be nothing left to inherit. And I never got that car when I was 18.
Oh, we can't have that. You'd better get round there, Fairy, and sort it out. Gah, great. Would anybody like a slice of roulade? Hello, Mrs. Underslider.
Hey, who's that?
It's only me, Dr. Hairy. I've come to visit you.
Look who's here, Mum.
Hey, it's never the doctor.
Yes, it is him. How lovely.
Mum's been dying to meet you, Dr. Hairy, ever since Grabber registered us.
Only you would turn up just as we're scoffing meringues like a great big pair of fatties. And not just like a great big pair of fatties. We actually are a great big pair of fatties.
I bet the doctor would like a meringue.
I expect he would, Mum, but we've just finished them.
Yes, Mum. You know perfectly well we only had 2.
We couldn't buy 3, Dr. Hairy, because Mum isn't allowed.
Because she's diabetic.
Which she keeps forgetting.
So they like to torment me by eating them in front of me.
Oh, dear.
And on top of that, they force me to watch Lovejoy and the Antiques Roadshow all day long.
It's not all day long, Mum.
We watch Bargain Hunters too.
You said you liked Antiques Roadshow.
We play Scrabble too, don't we?
You're very difficult to keep entertained.
You never used to be this grumpy.
Hey, it's no sort of life.
I'm sorry to arrive unannounced like this. I hope I haven't caused an upset.
It's not you, Dr. Hairy.
It's us. It's us.
It's so lovely of you to come round.
There's nothing that cheers us up more than a visit.
Yes, you can tell by the way we've all started crying.
Oh, dear me.
The reason I called...
One of the girls might actually make you a cup of tea in a minute.
Oh, Mum, you know I can't get up because I've twisted my ankle.
You saw her twist it, Mum. You must remember that.
You heard it go crack.
And I can't get up because I've got a bad back. You know I have. I won't be able to get up until Trevor gets here.
Hey, I'll get up myself.
No, you mustn't, Mum. You're not allowed.
You've got to keep your leg on that puff because of your leg ulcer. You know that perfectly well. We keep telling you every 5 minutes.
Not to mention your bad heart, Mum.
Why can't you remember your bad leg and your bad heart?
Hey.
We'll just have to wait till the new carer gets here.
The reason I...
Hey, I hope she's better than the last one.
Oh, the last one was awful.
Terrible.
She was such a bully beef.
Massive great forearms.
She came barging in here,
Never on time.
broke half the china,
Wouldn't do any cooking.
didn't make tea, didn't hoover, didn't do any washing up even.
And she was meant to be really good. The agency said she'd got a silver caring award.
That must be why she stole the silver.
This one's apparently got a gold caring award.
Well, I haven't got any gold. I hope she won't be disappointed.
Oh dear. Well, the reason I... Look out, this'll be her.
Come in.
Shall I let her in?
No, Dr. Hairy, we wouldn't hear of it.
You sit still, Dr. Hairy.
She'll come in of her own accord in a minute.
Come in. We're in the front room. Hello.
Come in, we're in here.
Come in. We're in here.
Come in.
Just let yourself
Come
in.
in, we're in here. Come in.
Perhaps she can't hear.
She must be able to.
Well, this is silly. I'll go and let her in.
No, Dr. Hairy, never. You sit there.
You mustn't, Dr. Hairy.
She's bound to come in a minute.
Why doesn't she come in?
I think she's gone, Mum.
Gone? She can't be gone. Don't tell me she's gone.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
They don't even try.
The slightest excuse, they just skip the visit.
They're looking for excuses.
Well, anyway, the reason
It's getting dark.
And the room's getting cold.
Soon the day will be over.
It seems quite bright to me. No, it's getting dark. Well, would you like me to put the light on?
No, Dr. Hairy.
You mustn't think of it.
At the end of the day, Trevor comes. He puts on the light.
He gets me out of this chair.
He draws the curtains.
He turns on the heating.
He helps me to bed.
Who's Trevor? He's a big man.
A big tall man.
A big, tall, bald man.
A big tall, bald, ugly man with hair coming out of his ears.
Is he married to one of you?
We've never been sure.
It's getting too dark for Scrabble.
Well, watch an episode of Lovejoy.
It's no sort of a life.